What is it about nature that beckons my soul? There isn't anything more magical than the mountains, filled with beautiful wildflowers, grass waving in the breeze, pine trees, and tall, majestic aspen trees that sing to you ever so slightly. If you stop and listen, in the distance, I see layers of land peeking upward as if they want to touch the sky. It's quite beautiful and breathtaking. Tranquil water, the essence of calm and life. Listen. Hi everyone, this is Gator Gidge, and I'm just going to read a little section here that we all need to take to heart when we're busy working so hard to clean, organize, declutter, and decorate. So this is what I'm going to do today. I'm taking a break from the kitchen, but I will do the other half on the next episode. So on page 40, it's called, the little section's called Don't Forget Yourself, from The Gentle Art of Swedish Death Cleaning by Margareta Magnusson. Okay, I'm going to read 2 paragraphs. While death cleaning, you must not forget to take care of your present life, your home, maybe the garden, and yourself. While I do incorporate my home into my decluttering because I like to do snippets of resetting and decorating, but sometimes taking care of your home is just like the regular maintenance, washing the dishes after you eat, sweeping, mopping, that kind of thing. You can fill in the blank. And the second paragraph says, if you decide to downsize your home, it is a good thing not to be in a hurry. If possible, you should take your time and proceed at a pace that suits you. It will be absorbing, but also tiring sometimes, but it is important that you don't overdo it. So, I'm taking a break today. And I hope you'll do the same. So I'm going to share a little bit of some, just whatever I have. I have lots of videos that I've never published, but maybe I can make a little conglomerate of times that I have taken time off to rejuvenate. So I hope you enjoy, and please share in the comments, what is it that you do to take time for yourself? I personally, oh my gosh, I have so many interests and hobbies that I need a second me. So crafting, everybody knows about my eBay, having garage sales, okay, sewing, scrapbooking, journaling, singing, And I don't do much singing anymore. I was rebuilding my voice, but I'm just taking a break. And I was going to start guitar lessons, but I thought, oh my gosh, you have way too many things on your plate. So, and then of course, making my videos, which by the way are, believe it or not, they're very time consuming. And things take twice or 3 times as long to complete because you're busy recording. So anyway, yeah, with that said, I hope you enjoy. I'm sure I forgot some things that I enjoy doing, like helping others declutter. Yay! Okay, we're in the craft room. I went and got a smaller folding table out of the garage. As you can see, it's pretty messed up. My husband, this was probably one of his tables that he would use when working on something, but I'm stealing it. And I'm going to decoupage the top. So let me show you what I'm going to do. That way I can place this folding table away. It might even slide under the bed when I don't need the surface area. Since I got rid of my antique table, I can pull this out for sewing, well, cutting fabric. I'll be able to pull it out for when I have to cut fabric. Okay, and it's very solid. That's why I picked that table. But I don't want to keep a lace curtain on it. I mean a lace, yeah, a lace cloth. Well, these are curtains. I thought about decoupaging lace on just the top. But then I remembered I love paper dolls, dolls, junk journaling, scrapbooking, sewing. So I thought, why don't I just do that on here? This was my mom's. And my sister Elizabeth, when we were cleaning out the house, my mom kept so much stuff. I think this was mom's. Look how cute. Look at that. I've used that in my junk journal before, but I thought as a base, I can decoupage this on the surface. And then on top of that, I can start putting memorabilia, like things that are, I mean, these were also mom's. Okay, so these are old, but I don't know. Oh, there's some more. I don't know if I want to mess them up or not. But I want to use things that I enjoy. Those would be cute framed, but where do I hang them? I bought these when I used to live in Rio Rancho. It's the same little girl. I cut her out. She has these outfits. They're actually fabric outfits. And I saved her cardboard. They had so many, but I couldn't afford to buy. I just could only afford to buy a few. They were very expensive. The Press and Dress collection, Sweet Samantha. So I've kept on thinking, what can I do? But maybe I could add one of these. Looks like these clothes might fit her. Those dresses might fit her. I'm sharing this because JB's Explore More wanted to see how I did my journals, because she recently did a journal video with ephemera with her mother-in-law. So yeah. So this is 1 year. Each tab represents a month. This has taken over my scrapbooking. So what you do is you just pick a couple of favorite events for each month. And I have to be careful because my name is here. So I'm going to cover that. So this is the first page. As you can see, I already started cutting out some of this. Let's turn another page. So I left this blank. This is January, getting ready for January, to add some photos. Okay, so this one does not have any names on it. It says, goodbye 2025, hello 2026. New beginnings, January, continue my Bible studies. Other goals that I have are eBay, YouTube, scrapbooking, gardening, and sewing. So that I need to add, well, later I'll add traveling in our casita. And then, like, I kept this postage for because it had January and 2026. Here's my calendar, and then in here, this is one of my favorite verses. Be still and know that I am God, because sometimes I get impatient. Can you tell? And then, what does this say? Oh, snow. Did we get snow? I crave snow. We did. Started on the 24th in the late evening. Okay. So that was a monumental experience. You guys are laughing because some of you probably live in that deep snow. And that's my sister Elizabeth's birthday. Okay, then, all right, this was just a to-do list of goals. Okay, and I have a picture. Okay, this is a little snowman that the schools would decorate a bulletin board for each activity we did, and they put our teacher's name. And that was just me longing for snow. I had to take the markers out because they have my mom's name, but here you go, and so does where that post-it is. My mom passed away on Valentine's Day. It had been her 2-year anniversary, and I have a couple of markers in there in the pockets. And that's in Spanish. It says, Con Cristo resucitamos a una nueva vida. So basically, when we pass away, we have a life, a resurrected life, a resurrected new life with Jesus and God. So, and that's just saying praying for, and that was my mom's name. So Mom loved angels. And so I have those markers in there to remember her by. I have a pocket here, but my mom had health issues, and I sang for her funeral a cappella. Anyway, it says, come to me, all ye who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28. That was appropriate, so I put it there. So even though we didn't want to lose Mom, she was in a better place. Her spirit's in a better place, and you know, she's not in pain anymore. So there you go. I had already cut out some of those, but see if I could flip through. The problem with my scrapbook, my journals, these are personal journals. These ones don't get sold. But they have my name everywhere. So, Leprechaun, March. And then I have this saved because I'm printing out pictures for this page. And I got Sister Stuff Shuffle. That would be my sister Elizabeth helping her remotely. So my birthday's in April. And it's also Easter, so I received a card from my sister Paulina and my brother-in-law Chris. And as if one wasn't enough, oh, that one you can see, it just has my first name, my middle name. And I don't mind if people know my middle name. Another birthday card. And then this one would have graduations that we attended or we received invitations for. Mother's Day, that was the Mother's Day church flyer. And the sermon. April showers bring May flowers. So we took the time out to celebrate Father's Day. It was a beautiful, beautiful activity. And I saved this for the pictures that I'm going to print. That's the back side of my 2026 junk journal and photo journal. It's actually nice because I'm not making the huge albums anymore. So I'm being selective as to which pictures I'm going to print. Then I'll go back and paste them in there. And I want to cut this up to fit this and decoupage it. Then I could start layering paper dolls, patterns, and things like that. Okay, so I have so much ephemera that I buy like at thrift stores, garage sales, you know, anything that I could possibly use. And I have several of these bins. This one I do organize them though. This one is not organized yet. Okay, like I'll put all the stickers together. I recently went thrifting. That was yesterday. And I was able to get this. This was 50% off. These were at thrift stores. 25 cents. 25 cents. 50 cents. 50 cents. I use these in my junk journals, my scrapbooks, calendars. This was 75 cents because anything with the red sticker was on clearance. These were 50 cents each. These are Christmas iron-on transfers. Okay, so those are my latest buys. So this is kind of letting you know what else I do in a day. But sometimes I can't believe I get to live this life. And that's why my scrapbooks are so far behind, because I work so hard. My husband and I both work so hard. We worked on becoming debt-free. We lived in a house, fixed it, flipped it, moved to another house, and we did that. But we both love doing that kind of stuff. And I worked full-time, and when his company was in full gear, I was also it was a corporation. I was also the secretary treasurer of the corporation. I kept all the books. Luckily, we had QuickBooks for contractors. And then I had a CPA that would make sure I did everything correctly, but I did all the quarterly filings. So, and raising kids. So, yeah, three sons and a stepdaughter. Well, stepdaughter pretty much was on her own, but she moved in with us a few times. And so did our granddaughter, and we've had our grandkids move in with us before. So we worked really hard to enjoy this life. And now the time now is my time. And so I'm just doing things that I enjoy. And you know what? That is why I can't be a minimalist, because I feel like you should be intentional about what it is you have in your home. It should be happy. It should be full of things you enjoy doing. I glean from books that I read because I enjoy reading. I glean from videos that I watch on YouTube. And I also use what my ideas of what a simple life is all about. And a retirement life. I'm 63 and I worked hard. I worked really hard to have this life. And so why I went off on that tangent, I don't know. So, but I want to show you what else I do besides creating YouTube content, selling on eBay to support my habits. My husband says, you don't have to use your eBay money, but I do. And it's a legit business. I pay taxes. I report all the income. And so I have my childhood coloring book and childhood paper dolls. You know, they're pretty poor babies. I don't know, they got destroyed and lost some of this head doesn't go on this body. I don't know where her body's at, but I have all the cute little clothes. You know, when my sisters and I would play paper dolls. I still even have some clothes that we never even cut out. So, is this another one? Yeah, here's another one. And she doesn't even have her feet. So, anyway, I can use that as part of my collage because I'm going to layer it. And then I can even pick out things that we colored. Now, we had coloring books and we shared, you know, it's not like it was just that I did the coloring. We can't figure out who did this one, but I don't know. Did you do that when you were younger? Color it, trace everything in bold. Yep. So those would be fun to incorporate to my crafting table. Here's another one. Okay, and then using things that you have, but like for me, it's seeing it every day and enjoying it. And then my kids could do whatever they want. I'm still alive. I am not a minimalist. I live intentionally. What am I doing in my life today? What do I enjoy doing? What am I using? Stuff comes, stuff goes. And here we go. In the winters, I tend to do more stuff in my crafting room. So this here, I bought this at either an estate sale or a garage sale. Maybe a thrift store. I don't know. And these are vintage little Raggedy Ann and Andy. How cute are they? Now I'm not going to decoupage them, but I'm just showing you. This would be a fun gift for someone that really loved Raggedy Ann and Andy. Oh yeah, you're supposed to bend that, and then you can put this on the stand with these. These are cool. So, but I'm not, and here's the gifts. I'm not going to right now. Oh, I think there's a little cake or cupcakes or something. Anyway, when you're finished, the display should look like that. And it's this Raggedy Ann and Andy centerpiece, the year 1974, Hallmark. Isn't that cute? I love old paper. I love the texture. I love the vibrancy of the colors. So anyway, I have so much stuff. And if you've been a viewer of my channel, you know that I have an entire closet dedicated to fabric and sewing and crafts. And then I have another closet dedicated to all of my scrapbooking, ephemera, and then what doesn't fit there, I have a little area in the garage with some tiny bins of extra like Christmas cards and things that I'll probably use someday. Maybe, maybe not. So I'm going to start this project. Let's go back to this view here. And let's start by just cutting a rough area of what I'm going to use. So I have craft scissors on off to the side, and I'm just trying to find a cute cut. Zigzag. I think I'll do the wave, so I'll do a wavy cut. I'm going to try to crease to make some. Okay, so this will be layered. This is the base. Like, this is not going to be stained just like that. So you have to be willing to cover up some of this cute stuff. That it doesn't have to be perfect, and see, you could tell I didn't make it as tight, but it's okay, right? It could be fixed. Let me go up a little bit. Whoops. Okay. It's about art and being creative, not about perfectionism. Okay, so I know that I'm going to have to cut a little more because that is a little more over the edge. I will be cutting this back section, but I'll do that off camera. Okay, so this is cut, and I just picked up the little scraps of paper. Do you remember the little trash can from my Awkward Space remake? Well, I used that for little threads and scraps of paper. And I'm gonna prepare the surface area, which it's already been cleaned. This area's already been cleaned. That's as clean as it'll get. I mean, there's nothing else I can do. It's rough. And I have you can use your decoupage glue. I think we're ready for the first half. Okay, so before it glues down, just want to make sure. Okay, and you can improvise. I didn't get all my tools ready, but I can use some of my sewing things to lay this down. Let's see, more this way. Let me lift this up a little bit.
And the wrinkles are okay, they add character, they add texture. Okay, so that's all the glue I have, I gotta add more glue.
So today I'll be able to be patient because my husband and I are going to the senior center to have lunch. They charge $3 a plate. And they're serving green chili, cheese. No, green chili enchiladas. Of course they have cheese, but I know chicken. Green chili, chicken enchiladas. And they always have entertainment there, like a band and stuff while you eat. And I've reconnected with a lot of friends of mine that are retired teachers or counselors or speech therapists that work with schools, and some of the cafeteria personnel, some of the custodians. We've met new people. We have a lot of fun over there. I hope to do a class there eventually. If I remember, I'll take a picture of my meal. If I remember. So I get busy talking. Gets us out of the house, gets us social, interacting with people. We just check and see which meal we like, and we go to that. We buy tickets ahead of time, but we ran out of tickets, so we probably should go early to buy new meal tickets. And you have to join the membership, so you can visit with a day pass, but it's paperwork every time you go. You might as well just join. And there's pool tables, workout room. There's so many. So we're gonna stop there, but let me show you. So far the first layer is completed. Okay, so Woody's volunteered to add some varnish to the top layer of my decoupage. I'm trying to get, it's a clear, looks like it's a mini wax, polyurethane, fast drying. I just kind of want to get like a glossy glass finish. And I know I have papers that are layered and there's bubbling, but that's part of the charm. So my husband has had me sign a waiver this time. Because he's done wallpaper before. I'm saying this is just a craft table for when I do my little journals and scrapbooking, and then I can fold it and put it away because I've decluttered some more furniture out of my craft room, and this is just a way for me to save space. And hopefully it will fit under the bed. Well, it will. It'll fit under the bed. I just have my puzzle board under the bed that I need to remove. So anyway, you can see, I don't know how many layers he's going to do. How many coats will you be doing?
Just 2.
Okay.
I'm trying to get these loose edges to glue down. I'll wait till it tacks up, then I'll take my end of the brush and kind of press them down when it gets sticky. That should help a lot.
Yeah.
when you're varnishing something like this, the way you don't miss any spots, you look at it sideways. And you
Right.
can see a
Okay.
lot better.
Okay, so that's just a little snippet of what's going on right now, and it is a beautiful day. We can't believe it. We have clouds, just a little bit of sprinkles, thunder in the background, thunder and lightning, but it's not coming down yet. We really need the rain. That's what it looks like. Let me show you up close. It has a nice glossy finish the way I wanted. It has the texture, which is what I also wanted. And it came out really cute. So I ended up using some of the coloring pages, the paper dolls, sewing patterns, and I didn't want to use my pattern, so I made copies of the patterns in black and white so I could still have the originals. And then, as you can see, I also layered more of the base paper on it to give it a layered look. Anyway, I'm really happy with it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Yes, enjoy your life. Remember, there's more to life than just decluttering. And you keep what makes you happy, what you use daily. We all have different hobbies. That's the point of it. If you love paper and you do journaling, you're going to have gobs of paper. I just have too many interests. So with that said, please like and subscribe. This is Gator Gidge saying, ciao, ciao. Time to play. I got another craft project that I started.